What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We're the Third String Podcast, back in effect. Wait 1 second. Happy New Year's to everyone. Just wanted to throw that out there, Daryl.
Yes,
Didn't mean to interrupt myself with myself, but the good people brought us with a good year, and we had a lot of growth, definitely towards the end, which is segueing to this new year. So thank you guys for everything, and
yeah.
we're still, on the bench, but we're hoping to get in the game one day. But Daryl, what do you have for us today?
So I guess with the new year, the more things change, the more they stay the same. The first thing we want to talk about is big because because of the holiday we didn't meet last week. But news broke that you text me you called me when it happened. The Falcons said they're keeping Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff. What was your initial thought when you heard that news?
We do not want to win. It's not in the culture. It's not in the future. We don't want to. Whatever winning feels like, we want the opposite.
Right.
We don't want to win at all. So,
well, let's say what this says. First of all, it could be that they didn't have great candidates. So you said that they might not be great candidates.
I don't think there are. Yeah, and they weren't willing to fish for newer people. Just like Matt Ryan's at this certain point of his career. Let's not get a young guy, but nobody wants to take risks.
I said I wanted to take a risk with a young guy. It also said Arthur Blank wanted continuity, and he said that he wanted to be more like the Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots, Baltimore Ravens, who had this one coach.
And you just build off of it. That's a thing. That's a thing. People do it. I just don't think it's for us.
You know,
he's the leader.
You want to know what else is a thing?
What?
How about the Cincinnati Bengals, who kept Marvin Lewis for way too long? Okay,
that's facts.
I said the Cincinnati Bengals is more what we're doing than Pittsburgh, because people you want to say the great franchises that it worked for.
Yeah.
You don't want to say the Cincinnati. How did they kept Marvin Lewis? They probably kept him 2 or 3 years longer than they should have.
Oh, that's true. And he even tried. You remember he retired and tried to stay out, but then they brought him back.
Yeah. So then the only perk I will give this team is the only group that I thought they did great with is the wide receiver group.
Yeah.
So Julio, Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, or we might bring Justin Hardy back. I think that group is set.
Oh, I think they're good. And by the way, Julio was 6 yards away from 1,400?
1,400 yards. He was third in the league in receiving yards. So and then Calvin Johnson would have had 1,000 yards if he didn't.
Calvin Ridley?
Who did I say?
Johnson.
Oh,
I was he played for us again? Or now? I'd love that.
Ridley was, if he didn't get hurt, he would have had 1,000 yards. And Russell Gage, wasn't he a good surprise?
Yes, very, very pleased with that.
Was it. That's the only position that we are set.
Yep.
So those are the good things. The bad thing is, like you said, we're afraid to take risks.
Yes, because to me, Matt Ryan is getting older. Yeah, so don't want to get a coach that's his age.
That's what I thought. Maybe that had a lot to do with it. They didn't want to change because he's turning 35.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to. They didn't.
I don't know if he can handle a Sean McVay.
But then Aaron Rodgers, he has a new young coach.
He
had to make the change
around his age, yeah.
And they won the division.
But if you look, they're two different people.
That's true.
Definitely two different.
Aaron Rodgers would have ran the ball in the Super Bowl. He would have scratched that play.
Yeah, that man still can run.
Yeah. So what does that say, I guess, for our future? What does it say for next year?
There's no future within the next 3 years.
3 years. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're saying until Matt Ryan, that's like Matt Ryan's contract is up.
Yes.
So
and I'm still every year I'll ask you. When's his contract up? Oh, he has 3 more years. 3 years ago you said 3 years. No, for real. It's like we don't have a future until that last year of the contract.
Yeah, and that's what, and you can make a great point. For everybody asking for us to draft a quarterback, throw that out the window.
2 more years at least.
Throw that out the window. It is not happening.
It's gone. Yep.
It's gone. So Matt Ryan, if you love him or hate him, he's the quarterback.
So with that being said, you have to do other things. For example, the offensive line talk we had, which we will bring these people to light on. And I think the receiver core set. So you need to go O-line. You need to go running back for sure. Cut that man's contract, period. Or he's a backup, whatever, and cut that contract.
Defensive line.
Tight end, I would like maybe another solid tight end.
Okay, so I got a question. Then you're going into questions.
Okay.
Here's my question. I'm about to give you a list of all the free agents of the Falcons.
Okay.
Now, let me know if you would keep them. And I'm not going to go through this whole list because there's people on this list. I don't even know who they are.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm not even going to go like Keith Smith. You know who Keith Smith is?
Did I know? I'm just going to say no. Okay. I'm not even going to try and dig in my memory banks to try and find them.
Yep, so I'm not even going to do it. All right. So this is all the free agents. Just let me know what you bring them back.
Okay.
Vic Beasley.
He had a great year, like I told you he would.
He had a better year.
A better year.
Yes, he did.
He beat that 5-sack guy.
He did. I said he's a 5-sack guy.
I told you. I just felt like he needs Dan Quinn and Dan Quinn needs him. He took over. The defense to me wasn't great, but Vic Beasley got better. So what that says about Dan Quinn in the future, even after this year, say he gets fired, put him as a player position coach. I know he wouldn't do that because that's beneath him and whatnot. But hey, I think he could be a good if he just had that one job, Daryl, to focus on. I do believe in him that he could do that. So he elevated him, he helped him. But to answer the question, he's coming back. Okay. Because of Quinn's there.
Yeah. My answer to the question is, first of all, it's funny that Dan Quinn kept his job when he took his hands off the defense and they got better. So it's just amazing that you did less work and kept your job. So that's always amazing. I just wanted to add that.
That's management.
I think Vic Beasley is almost like Jameis Winston, where he
does just enough and late.
Yeah, where you have to think about it. Like at the beginning of the season, we were like, no. But he did just enough where it's like, okay, whoa, let's think about it. I actually agree with you. He's coming back. I don't think he's going to come back in a big contract.
Right.
He's a rotational guy. He's not Von Miller, who we thought he was when he had the 15.5 sacks. He's not that. He's just a regular rotation guy. But yes, I do think he'll come back. All right. So next on the list.
But should he come back? No.
And I guess it depends on the options. So I'm kind of on the fence, and I didn't think I would be.
We need that position though, so that's what I'm saying. If there's other options out there, you replace them.
Right.
Yeah.
Matt Bosher, the punter.
I actually like him.
I do too.
Yeah.
But
and wasn't he in New England's at one point?
He might have been.
Because he's a lefty, right?
I don't know.
I think so. And New England usually rolls with lefties only. Yeah, because the ball goes a different direction, which they're not used to. I think I liked him personally.
Yeah, I do. To me, it depends on contracts. He was hurt at the end of the season. I think Allen was the punter. So it really just depends on how much he's trying to command. If he's trying to command, I think we move on.
Don't ask for too much.
Yeah, don't ask for too much, man. You seen what they did to Matt Bryant.
Yeah.
Adrian Claiborne.
By the way, how do you think he's doing right now?
Matt Bryant? I don't know. I mean, he had such a bad year. But a lot of kickers.
I mean, it was so bad.
Yeah, a lot of kickers had bad years. But Adrian Claiborne.
I would bring him back.
Yeah, he's another one that depends on the contract.
Yeah.
Depends on the contract.
Ooh, he's gonna there's gonna be a lot of decisions that need to be made. Like with all these contracts, money, who's getting what? That's gonna be a hard decision for these people.
Right. Kenyon Barner. He's the kick return.
Yeah. I had high hopes for him this year.
We did have one. He ran a punt back.
Yeah, and by the way, overall, there really weren't many punt returns, period, this year, or kick returns.
Right.
I'll keep him because I still think he has something.
Yeah, I think so. Strictly for special teams, even though he's a running back on the roster.
And that's true. Yes. That's because the reason I think he deserves another chance because he has the potential, and what he did in the preseason, and nobody else did anything great in that position. So with that being said, you don't know who's good or bad. So you keep him.
Justin Hardy, wide receiver.
I'll keep him.
I keep him too. I think our wide receiver core is like I said earlier, the only group that's
the whole group. I'm keeping. I still wish we had Sanu personally, but yeah,
I'm actually fine without Sanu.
No, I mean, I just think he's good. He was good, and I think. Do you think he should have his jersey retired for us? No. Just for us?
No, only because I think he did a lot, but I don't think he did enough. Like maybe if we won, we could have that conversation. But
talking about the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Next on the list, Austin Hooper.
Yes.
I do too. I'm a little worried about him because he's going to command a huge deal.
I said I need another tight end. If we don't get him back, we need another two for the price of what he wants.
Yeah, and then a lot of Matt Ryan's interceptions at the beginning of the season, he was throwing to the backup tight end for whatever reason that was. So
I don't know why people don't go with what New England had with Gronk and Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez together. The only one doing is Baltimore. Baltimore has 3 of them.
But I don't know why other people aren't doing that. It's one of the most unstoppable tandems. Like they can block, and then you think they're blocking, then they're getting, they're catching the ball. Nobody guards the tight end, really. So I don't know. I just think we need to adopt that method.
All right. The next one is Devondre Campbell, linebacker.
I don't know about you. I'm kind of up for scraping almost all defense.
Yeah, about the defense. I say let him walk only because I think he's going to ask for too much money.
Oh, no. Nobody on defense really should be asking for anything.
Except Grady.
Yes, and he got his.
He got his. And maybe Deion Jones. He did do the pick 6 to give Jameis Winston his 30.
He was so shocked that happened. Yes, him, and then Keanu and Kwesi, and I don't know. There's only a few people.
No, I agree, but I think he should walk because he commands so much money.
Yes.
My last 2. I'm gonna say this wrong. Cool. I'm just gonna say cool.
The kicker?
Yes.
Even though his name doesn't look like how it's...
Yeah, it's not. I always want to say Young Ho, and I just know that's not how to say it.
Oh my God. It's true. What is it? Young Quay Koo?
Yeah, I should have. Yeah.
No, they say it. I'm like, wow, that's not what it's... But overall, actually keep him. Honestly.
I was like, that's not how I pronounce it.
Right. But actually keep him. I actually think he's good.
Yeah, I agree. Keep him. And the last one is Brian Hill, running back.
I'm not really... I mean, you can't ask for much.
Right. Yeah.
There's no running back on that roster that can ask for anything to me.
Right. I agree. I think we keep him, but it's not going to be.
You taking that bare minimum? That's what I'm.
It's going to be. The deal's not going to be big, but since we're talking about running backs, so Devontae Freeman, do you think they move on from him? Not do I think you move on from him?
Right. Do you? No.
You think they keep him?
Mm-hmm.
I think they cut him, and
I don't think any of it. To be honest with you, to answer all these questions, they're not letting go anybody.
Yeah.
They're not letting go of, because all these people made it to the Super Bowl. They're not letting go of anybody.
Yeah, and we're gonna go over. We both did a mock draft of the Falcons, and we're gonna go over it. And when I preface that mock draft is, I don't believe the Falcons do anything we think they're gonna do, because they've been historically not doing what we think we're gonna do. I do
honestly, this whole city in sports, besides what we wanted with the Braves lately, have been really. It's kind of slowed down right now, obviously, because it's a dead period. Right. But when right after the season they were making great moves. I think the Braves are in great hands. United takes care of business, signs the right people they need. They're big time people. And the Hawks drafted the way we wanted to. Yeah. Things we'll touch on that later. But the Falcons historically do not do what we want them to.
Yeah, so I do think they do cut Devontae Freeman, but the reason I'm mad about it is because you had to trade him.
Yeah, you're just gonna cut him and get nothing when you could have had something, and he's still gone.
And the cap hit is still gonna hit on our cap.
Right. I mean, what? He was gonna go to Detroit.
Yeah.
What were you gonna lose?
Like, let him go. Like our running game, he did 400 yards this season.
That's bad to me.
No, that's terrible for your number one running back.
Yes.
Like, and I know.
I mean, your run game was non-existent.
And anybody watching this who's part of the Atlanta media, I know everything is the offensive line's fault. When the receiver drops a pass, it's the offensive line's fault.
The line, they didn't give enough time.
Matt Bryant missed the field goal, offensive line's fault. Like, I read articles, and all they talked about, everything was the offensive line's fault. And I'm like, so Matt Ryan gets none of this blame.
Nope.
Gets none of it. So that's why I said in the draft, every pick should be offensive line. Because you better give him a brick wall, and he better be undefeated, the way y'all talk. He better be undefeated.
I'm kind of behind that, meaning if we're going to keep him, you might as well protect the man like Tom Brady's protected.
Mm-hmm. But also, Brady's offensive line this year wasn't great.
But usually it is.
Yeah, usually, but I'm saying this year wasn't great.
Correct. And they got exposed after a while.
But they still won the division.
The division was trash.
I'm just saying that the coaches, good coaches, change up what they do based on their team's deficiency. The first play, and I said this in another episode, the first play of the Saints game was an empty back set.
Yeah.
And he got sacked.
Yeah.
I believe, I might be wrong, the first play of the Tampa Bay game, he got sacked.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know this offensive line, why are they still put in position? Why are they not quick slants? Why are they not good into the hot read?
There's still a lot of starters hurt. And if so, why do they take so long to recover? I mean, I'm talking about we typically, the team, just saying, a lot of the players tend to get hurt early on with the Falcons for some reason. Mm-hmm. This isn't a thing. It's just, it happens. Why are they taking so long to get back? So that also tells me, what's up with our trainers? Seriously, you're not getting people back in time. That is your whole job. For real, that is their whole job. There's a whole ranking of that. Like, you all are getting paid millions or at least six figures. Those trainers. There are some better than others. Right. That's facts. Just like there's better weight rooms, there's better, fitness trainers at these places. Like Alabama's killing it. Look how big all those guys are. Their weight room's better than other colleges. So that's facts. So with that being said, we may need to hire people that bring people back faster.
Right.
Have you actually thought about that?
No, I never thought about the trainer. I mean, it makes sense.
No, it actually makes sense, and that's a real thing, is they get ranked too.
Right.
Who has the best training staff in football or basketball, NBA, whatever, based off of how quick do they respond and how quick do they get people back? I feel like we actually don't do a great job. We don't get people back quick.
Right.
And if they do bring people back, such as the Julio, if he has turf toe or something, the man's still playing at 60% because we have to bring him back to because we have to win these next 2 games to make the playoffs.
The
We
same.
rush people back so much because we can't afford to not use them.
Right.
It's a lot for everybody to think about. We don't always think about it's not always players, it's not always coaches. It's behind the scenes stuff too. And also, with that being said, you can give some of these trainers a little more time if you draft or sign backups to replace these starters.
Mm-hmm.
If you have bad backups, you need the starters more.
But so Dan Quinn said he was going to fix the defense. He didn't. Kept his job. Thomas Dimitroff said he was going to fix the offensive line and kept his job.
This man.
So these are all decisions that you're talking about, but yet these people kept their job. The one thing you can say about them is that the players love playing for Dan Quinn. They loved it, but
real quick about the offensive line. If you do recall and remember, they did draft a lot of O-linemen. They did sign people.
Yep, this past year.
He did his part. What else could he do? They got hurt.
Right.
A lot of people got hurt. Honestly, the last 2 years, a lot of people have been going down. How do we fix that? Why are people honestly, Daryl, more than any other team I've seen in the last 2 years, why are we crumbling like that?
So that's the offense. And then you saw plays we still can't get 3rd and 2. Still can't run that ball.
Ever.
We can't do it. But these are the things Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff said they were going to fix.
Yeah.
And didn't do it, yet they kept their job.
And also, do you guys have good scouts?
Right.
Like, who are the people you draft? You obviously send people that are getting paid to go look at these people. You're getting tape on them. They have the whole draft board with the position and who do they want in order. Oh, we didn't get this guy because he was taken off the board. We go here next. You keep going down the list. Why is your list so poor?
Yeah, and we had, I look at all drafts, mock drafts, and all that stuff. And people like Lindstrom was projected in the 2nd round.
Mm-hmm.
But Gary, I don't even know where I don't think I knew who he was when I was going to the draft. So I couldn't even tell you where he was drafted.
Mm-hmm.
But they all at the time felt like a reach. I know they said when he drafted Lindstrom, people were calling him up saying that was a good pick. We wanted him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it felt to us like a reach. And I told you it was just like a quinoa draft. I say that phrase where it was just black.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it was. Like tell me, other than maybe Kendall Sheffield, which he became the starter because Trufant got hurt.
Right.
What rookie did anything?
Nobody.
Allison was good at goal line play. He got the touchdown, but yardage. But so he would probably have been the other one. But other than that,
nobody to me.
And let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
Where's Deidrin Sinai? We drafted him to be the D tackle next to Grady Jarrett.
Yeah.
He had games where he didn't even dress.
Why?
Because he's I guess he's not that good. But that's what you're saying with the scouting. That time,
yes.
We needed a defensive tackle. Everybody knew we needed a defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And they got it I think Deidrin Sinai's the 4th rounder. They got him in the 4th round.
Yep.
He doesn't even dress.
There's so many people getting paid for nothing. And honestly, what impressive DBs did you find this year in the whole NFL? To me.
You had a few, like White from Buffalo.
Yeah, you're going to have a few, but you don't have a lot. You don't have a lot. I'm watching the NFL this year, and I'm like, bruh, you can't stop these people. I get you getting mossed. I understand that. That's a blessing if you have. But Michael Thomas, he's good. He's great.
Right, yeah.
But bro, y'all can't stop this man at all. There's never should be a game where Drew Brees throws 97.3% and he's successful like that. Right. That's almost 100.
especially when I guess you're saying like Michael Thomas has games where he has like 12 catches.
That shouldn't happen.
Nobody double teams him. Nobody.
Why are you not covering the flats better? Why are you what top corner is covering him?
Right.
I get talent, right?
Right.
But why are there so many bad people getting paid to do terrible jobs? Or even college. Why are there so many people going to these top D1 schools that can't stop anybody? Y'all can't stop Burrows and all these receivers? The receivers aren't even being talked about, might I add.
LSU, no.
He's being talked about.
Yeah, LSU, no.
The receivers aren't. You're not saying, oh, man, that's a dynamic receiving core right there. No. So none of y'all top draft or high school All-Americans can stop anybody? I'm just sorry. It irks my nerves as somebody who played a stint of college football and definitely high school, obviously. And I just feel like people don't want it anymore these days. I really do. I don't feel like people want it anymore.
So let's do this. So I gave you a little bit of homework. So let's play Thomas Dimitroff and Dan Quinn. And let me say that they're not going to do any moves that I think they're going to do because they're going to draft a running back in the 7th round that you never heard of before. So tell me.
It makes me mad, man.
Do you have it on your screen? Did you write it? How did you do it?
I still have it up on the screen.
Are you able to share it?
Why isn't it moving?
It's not moving.
Hold on. Okay.
We did a mock draft. We played like the Falcons. I found this website where we could pick a team. It's what website is it? It's the Draft Network.
The Draft Network. Mm-hmm.
And where you could pick your team. And this one, I believe, is fairly accurate. Of course, the bottom draft order is not set because they're in the playoffs. But I think this one was pretty accurate on who should go where.
Right.
Another one I had like Chase Young going 5th, and I was like, I'm not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So this one I think was fairly accurate. So you have it up. Okay, I see it.
All right.
You see where it says my picks on the right?
Yes.
Click that. Yep. All right. So discuss with me your picks. Discuss. Well, you had to breathe deep.
It just hurts. All of it. We're definitely going heavy. We always do.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the screen though, right?
Yeah, I can't see it.
Okay. We're definitely going to go very heavy with Clemson. We always do. We really do. Like Clemson Falcons. That's what they are.
What's shocking is I don't have a Clemson player on mine.
Not at all.
Oh, in this one. Now I've had some when before, but this one didn't have one.
By the way, it's crazy to see people born in 1998.
Yeah, getting old, huh? Well, go ahead. Walk me through your draft.
All right. So I feel like we need somebody that okay. Well, before I dive into this, I'm gonna go rewind and talk about Vic Beasley, Clemson. I feel like if we don't draft anybody, he's coming back, and it's kind of like the coaching thing.
Yeah, we'll say a lot.
Yeah. It's almost like the coaching thing that you're bringing people back because there's not a lot of good options. So with AJ here from Iowa, he is a
rated defensive edge rusher.
Right. We definitely need that. We are not getting enough sacks. We're not, even if it's not sacks, we are not adding enough pressure.
Yep, we're the 3rd worst, I believe, in sacks this year.
And you don't even have to look at stats. You look at the game and you're like, bruh, those O-linemen, we're making them look like all Pro Bowlers.
Right.
How easily they stop us. When we make contact with them, like, that's it. It's done. We don't have a swim move, a spin move, nothing to get off of them. Right. So it's ridiculous. So I just think he's a great pick. I think the Big Ten always has good picks with this position.
Yeah. My only thing is, I think he's a great pick. Like I said, he's a second at rush roster, and Chase Young is number one. He's second.
Yeah,
I just feel like he won't be there at 16. Is what I feel.
Yeah, well,
in yours he was there, because in mine he wasn't there.
All right.
Yours are okay. So next we have AJ Terrell.
Yeah. Well, obviously corner. Gut the whole defense.
Yeah, you're done with corner.
Have I not been saying this for like 2 years?
Yeah.
But it stays proven when you play a good quarterback with Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers, they dissect the defense. Like, it's terrible. So all in all, I just think he's a good pick. Forrest, Clemson, they've been very solid, obviously, for the last few years. Honestly, hopefully they can pull it off in the national championship. I think he's a good fit, though. Definitely he can play man coverage, I think. And I'm happy with him.
Okay, cool.
And the 6'1" frame is nice too, by the way. Almost 200 pounds, but the 6'1". So with that being said, he's kind of on the taller end of a corner. That's awesome.
Yeah, I want my number one to be tall.
Yeah, yes. Because a lot of the times, obviously the receivers are very tall.
Yep,
So yes.
Absolutely. Cool. I like that pick. I like that as number 2.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You got high on safety. Go ahead.
Okay. So we need to go safety because it's much needed. Has a nice build to him with the weight, the muscles. He's experienced, redshirt senior.
Right.
Has my birthday.
Oh, that's always a plus.
Means nothing, but cool. If you watch this kid play, he's the only person you need to watch on Cal.
Right.
They don't have nothing on that team but this kid. So I really think this dude will really, really just like disrupt offenses and will scare people. And again, taller frame, good build, nice combination. I just think he's a great fit.
Cool.
Yep.
Now you got my guy, number 4.
He's a beast. He really is a beast. I'll pull him up.
Yep, Travis Etienne.
Yes. He is a beast. Nice height, nice build. And when I talk about build, this man is strong and fast. This man will bust through the O-line so quick that when he gets that little slither of space, it's over. He's gone.
Yeah, and he can receive.
Yes. I hope this is a possibility to get him because we need that burst of speed. We need that youth.
Right.
You're talking about something so different from Freeman. Right now, it's ridiculous. And again, he can block.
Right.
Because if we had, somebody else in to block during the Super Bowl, we might have possibly. We had so many chances to win that game. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
So this next pick, and what's funny, at 139, I have the exact same player.
Wait, we're at 109 right now.
Oh, you're at 109. My bad. I'm jumping ahead. Go ahead.
Well, we'll go there. We'll go there.
All right. Jordan Elliott.
Yes. So, I think just overall
tackle.
Huh?
He's a big defensive tackle, which I like because Grady Jarrett's more of the smaller defensive tackle.
Right. Somebody to compliment. Again, it just hurts to say I don't believe we're gonna do any of this.
Right.
But hey, we're role playing this and definitely big boy right there, 6'4", 315. Beasting in the SEC.
Right.
Could possibly stay another year to develop, but I think he's good enough. I really do think that he is very slippery, as it also shows there. And I think he would be a great force to clog up that hole. And I'd be very pleased with him. What are your thoughts?
I would too. No, I definitely agree. We needed a big defensive tackle who's a big run stopper. We've ignored.
Like we have a beast already, but then you have that size with him.
Yeah, and I think that's why I never liked Deidre Sanat, because you put a build of Grady Jarrett. So you have two small defensive tackles, and I never liked that anyway. So I think having a bigger one with Grady Jarrett, I actually live it on first and second downs.
Yep. All right. There you go.
Guy, I jumped ahead, but Shaquille Quarterman is who I also have at the same number linebacker for Miami.
Yes, and the Mike linebacker. Yep. Very physical, beastly. It's always weird to see these type of players play for such bad teams.
Right.
But again, that's also a good thing if you are a beast, because he was a reason to watch them play, because Miami was trash. I don't know what the future of that program is, but they'll find their way. He definitely can apply that pressure. Very smart, and just great strength. Really, like he can lay a blow, and I think it'll be a great pick.
No, I think so.
All right. Excellent.
All right. How much you got? 2 more left? Is it 2 more?
Yeah.
Okay. You got offensive lineman for your last 2 picks.
It has to be. All right. What? Sadiq Charles?
Yep.
I believe that's how you say his name. Overall, he's shown what he can do. The size is great. I think I'd like a little more weight to him, but I believe he matches that with strength. And he's definitely been proven by what he's done this year with LSU. Very quick, and he's so far been proven, at least this year.
Cool.
Yep. And last but not least, Caesar.
Yep.
Michigan.
We do need an offensive guard. We need
we've been needing that, man.
Depth at linebacker, especially left guard, but we need depth at the offensive line.
This kid is a junior and has been starting since his freshman year. And he's had different if I'm not mistaken, he started on both sides of the line, so he has that experience. I like people who are versatile, especially my O-line, where they can play different positions, because let's face it is a rough sport and people do get hurt. Oh, definitely I was gonna say the Gators. No, we've been killing it. The Falcons, they have that tendency, but it's not a curse by any means. It's just been happening, and we need people who are durable. So I think he'll fit. I think he's good. He has a good reach. We just need him, and I think he has a solid size. And again, that he's, if I'm not mistaken, he's played on both sides. I think that'll be very handy.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. Good
dream, and there you go.
All right. So you see mine.
Yep.
You can see the 139 is the same. Exact same.
Yeah.
I do not have a Clemson player. I have
that's okay.
But I did what you did. Almost same thing as you. We have schools. We're gonna start off. We got the edge rusher, Trason, because AJ was going on mine. I think edge. I do think Vic Beasley will be back. I think he is more replacing Tack, though. So I think he'll be in a rotation.
Ain't nobody's talking about no Tack this whole year. This man has done nothing.
Yep. So I think he will be more replacing Tack. I'm like you. I think Vic Beasley will be back.
So what is the future, real quick, with Tack?
I think when his contract's up, he's gone. He's gone.
Sad, but go ahead.
I think he's gone. Number 2, this is my guy. You had Travis Etienne. I choose between. It's really 4 running backs. It's
him,
Swift from Georgia, Etienne, J.K. Dobbins. I'm sorry, it's 5, and it's also Harris from Alabama. I think those 5 to me.
Didn't Harris say he's coming back?
No, I thought Harris is coming in the draft. I thought he was.
Somebody said they're coming back. But yeah, I like him though.
J.K. Dobbins, I really love. I was huge rooting for Ohio State. He can receive, he can run. I'm huge in J.K. Dobbins. Now we're going to go to Rashard Lawrence. Yep. Almost the same thing with yours. We need a bigger defensive tackle to go with Grady. I thought he would be good, a great run stopper. You wanted secondary. I gave you your secondary.
Yep.
Arnett. Now, Joseph on the other side has gotten all, like, he's the number 1 rated cornerback.
Yeah.
This guy is good too. I thought cornerback was kind of a luxury position only because I don't really know what they're going to do with Trufant. I think we should move on from Trufant, but
I agree.
I don't trust the Falcons. So,
I feel they love him.
Yeah, and I do too. So this was more of a luxury pick. That's why I didn't go cornerback so high.
Yeah.
But Jack, we needed. I want him to start off as a left guard, and because we need depth on the O line, we need it. Of course, Shaquille, what we talked about.
Yeah.
We both talked about Devondre Campbell will not be back. We need another linebacker.
Yeah.
So, and then Denzel Mims, he's a bigger receiver.
Yeah.
I thought he would go well with our receiving core. Receiving core is not really.
You really want to draft a receiver?
It was just like I thought they did so well drafting receivers. Like, I just feel like, why not add to that core? Our core is very young.
So it's kind of what I feel. You kind of feel like you want to add one more to replace the new.
Right. And he's a big 6'3" receiver to do so.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
But, real quick, if I have that slot there to replace something else I need more, I'm taking it.
Right. Absolutely.
Another position.
This is a luxury pick.
Yes.
Very luxury. I usually in the draft that I've done, I had a safety here. I didn't have a safety in this particular one, but all the other ones I've had safety because I agree with you. Keanu was so injury prone, and I'm not that big a fan of Ricardo Allen, so I would have had a safety. But
I would keep Ricardo Allen. We talked about this on the team,
right?
And for some plays, because that's a skill set to always be at the ball.
Yeah,
but he doesn't. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he doesn't. But DJ is my last pick only because I wanted to take a risk with an edge rusher because we've been so bad at getting to the quarterback. I wanted to be able to take a risk and develop, hopefully, a rotation, even though we had Kaminsky who did nothing, Tack McKinley who did nothing, Adrian Claiborne who did nothing. So it was like trying to, I guess, a diamond in the rough, and hopefully, I guess it works out. But like you said, I'm going to stop sharing. Like you said, I believe that the Falcons will do none of this. I believe they'll pick a running back that you've never heard of before.
Yeah.
I'll be shocked. I'm hoping that we come back from the draft and we it's different.
I think there should be more firings depending on the draft. Like, if the draft goes that bad, you're going to need to fire people that day.
But the thing is, I think that they won't know if it goes that bad. I think the first 4 games, like if we go 1-3.
I think that's a good testament, yeah.
Like, first 4, if we go 1-3, you have to fire them. You have to move on from this experiment.
I agree.
So let's move on to teams that actually made it.
Yep.
Playoff game. So we have.
And I'll start out with saying this. Probably one of the best overall playoffs I've ever seen. It hasn't even begun. As far as the teams that are in it, it is loaded on the NFC and AFC. It is stacked. My least favorite team out of everybody is Philly.
Really?
I think they're the weakest, but they're definitely still a surprise. And they still have home field against Seattle.
Yep, they do have because they won the division.
Yep.
So we have Buffalo against Houston, Tennessee against New England, Minnesota against New Orleans.
And by the way, do not sleep on Tennessee at all.
All right, so let's start off with Buffalo and Houston. Who do you have?
That one's hard. Is that hard?
That's extremely hard.
It's almost like 2. I don't want either to lose.
Yeah,
I like both. That's difficult. It's gonna be in Houston.
Yep, they're the division winners.
I don't know how you're gonna feel. Either we're gonna see this man grow up right in front of us and show us how great he is.
Right.
Or we're also going to see on the other side it happen. I might go Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't think you go wrong either way.
You can't go wrong either way.
Actually, I had Houston, but I think I'm going to change it. I think Buffalo's the more consistent team. They have the better defense. Deshaun Watson at some games, Deshaun Watson's really good. At other games,
that's what I'm saying. And then JJ Watt's coming back, but
Tampa Bay, he was really. If it wasn't for James Winston throwing interceptions to me and you, like they wouldn't have won that game.
I agree. So that's also why I'm saying I feel like they're very consistent right now, Buffalo wise.
So I'm with you. I think Buffalo wins that game.
Cool.
So that leads me to Tennessee and New England. Both AFC teams are playing Saturday. NFC is playing Sunday. So
the way New England has looked again. Tom Brady in the playoffs. Belichick, different beast, different animal. Don't know what they do differently, but it's just like what the Spurs used to do.
Right.
The Spurs aren't that great. Well, wait till the playoffs. A different switch comes on. But yet again, Tennessee doing some things. And they have a great running game. Henry is doing that thing, man.
Right.
It's gonna be very close. There's no blowout.
Right.
I want to say, I want to say Tennessee. Oh, if they get first rounded, this would be the first time since 2010 they got first rounded. Some of the Patriots, and it was against Seattle. Yes, but go ahead.
I got Tennessee.
Oh,
I do.
Like you're very sure.
Yeah, I don't think they can stop Derrick Henry. One thing, New England, they can't run the ball. They can't stop the run. New England's really good in their secondary. Very good. A.J. Brown has done great for the past 3 weeks. Their rookie wide receiver. Tannehill knows New England from playing in Miami.
And again,
knows them.
Again, Miami always, which they just won.
They played them hard. They always
in hard. New England.
I think Ryan Tannehill, which I want to know what you think. I think Marcus Mariota, if for the right price, should be our backup quarterback if we're not going to draft.
I would be so hyped for that.
Yeah, but I think Tennessee will beat New England because I don't think New England has enough. They can't stop Derrick Henry. Nobody can.
He's running like he did in college, where he's bigger than everybody.
Which I was very shocked, but I'm
glad he actually finally is coming into his own, like we hoped.
Right.
He would. He's finally there.
I think all these games are really hard. So
I told you. It's one of the best playoffs.
So Seattle and Philly.
Seattle has only lost one game on the road. They have a better road record than their home.
Right.
Seattle.
Again, this is very difficult.
It's
very
difficult for me too, because Philly at home with those fans. Yeah.
And Philly, and I'm not saying this because I'm wearing the hat, so don't think that. I'm picking Philly because Philly does the one thing Seattle can do very well, and that's run the ball. Philly is really good at stopping the run, and if Philly can come, they've been doing good without their whole team, half of their team being hurt.
Right.
Russell Wilson, I know Marshawn Lynch is there, but Marshawn Lynch ain't the Marshawn Lynch of like 3 years ago.
All right, but yeah.
I think Parsons is hurt, and that's what worries me. So I don't know if they'll be able to run on Philly. So I do have Philly.
No. Their two running backs are hurt. That's why they had to get more.
Yeah, that's why they got Lynch, and so that
and somebody else.
And that's the reason why I picked Philly, because of that running game. And then like Russell Wilson, I mean, he does well when he has a great running game. He struggles when he doesn't.
Right.
So DK Metcalf and Lockett, they're good receivers.
Yeah, they are.
great receivers. So
They're definitely good though.
they're good, really good.
Yeah.
But you have some games with DK Metcalf where he does a big 40-yard play for a touchdown, and then another play where he doesn't have a reception at all.
I think he gets very tired.
You think
very
so?
Quick. Yeah, he gets fatigued very quick.
Yeah, so I just think their passing is so inconsistent. Yeah. And I think Philly knows who they are. Philly is not this big play. They know they need Zach Ertz and Goddard.
And they still have a lot of people hurt. Their stars.
Yeah, they still got a lot of people that hurt, but then they pull in running backs from the stands to play. Boston is coming on.
But that's the Philly way, man. Philly has people who would just die for that team.
Yeah, so that's why I picked Philly to win.
Bro, if they get knocked out, Seattle, that early?
Yeah.
That's why this playoffs is so intense. What we talked about with Buffalo and Houston, we don't want to see any of those teams go. It's such a good playoffs.
Yeah, such a good.
It's sad that you have to play them first round. It's one and done. Yeah, so good.
And probably the biggest one, the last one, is Minnesota at New Orleans. That one.
You said that's the biggest?
Biggest because I think they're the two best teams of the ones playing each other. So Minnesota could have won their division. You have Dalvin Cook. What's my guy? Thielen, Diggs, Rudolph with Cousins, and then you got Drew Brees with Michael Thomas, Alvin.
And you remember too, that's always a good matchup between those two. You remember the miss?
Yeah. The tackle.
Yeah.
The touchdown.
That was the worst tackle attempt.
Yeah, but I think that one could be, let me say, not the best. That can be the highest scoring game out of all these.
Oh yeah, highest scoring. I don't feel like the best, but highest scoring. Actually, it could be proven to be the best.
Yeah, I think they're the two best teams as matched up against each other.
And how do you feel about the Vikings on the road?
Because
their abilities.
I think they're going to be because they're in a dome. Because in the dome, so I think they'll do well. They played them in the playoffs before, like we just said, and that was in New Orleans, and shocked them there. I want Vikings to win. Yeah, I think selfishly I want the Vikings to win.
Yes, there's nothing else. It's all
okay then. But if I had to put money on it, I would take New Orleans. But
yeah, me too.
Selfishly, I want Minnesota to act
all day.
Yeah, I want Minnesota. So that leads me to my point. Speaking of the New Orleans Saints, they brought in your boy for a workout, Antonio Brown.
Yep.
This was the same day the Falcons said that they were keeping Dan Quinn. So we're all here like, come on.
Yep.
They worked out Antonio Brown a couple of days later. First of all, Sean Payton told him not to bring an entourage. What does Antonio Brown do?
All right. First of all, whoever wants to work him out in the nearby future, expect what you've read. It's all real. Mm-hmm. He's that dude. The prima donna. He's that guy. So don't try and sign him and get mad at him for being himself.
Yeah, that's true.
I know it's the best thing, but he's still being himself. You have to accept me. If you know this is me, and I've done, 10 years of this?
All right. You ain't going to change me.
Don't try and change me.
I didn't understand why the Saints brought him in when they knew he was going to be suspended this year. Like, they knew the commissioner and NFL was not going to allow him to play. So I thought it was a waste of time. Well, he thought it was a waste of time, too, because he said that.
Why did he go?
It was a publicity stunt. They said it went very well.
Oh, I'm sure he killed it.
Yeah, but he's Antonio Brown. Of course he killed it. I didn't need a workout to know that he's killing it.
I don't think he could have been at home. You just went to visit him and been like, yeah, he can still play. I could see it in him. Yeah.
That's not the issue. But the issue is what you said, his personality, who he is.
That's who he is.
Not changing. He's not changing. And at first he said, who that? He did I think it was an Instagram post with who that. And then he went and said, this is the publicity stunt and I don't like the disrespect. But then Sean Payton said, don't bring an entourage. He brought an entourage and cameras to film it. So it's just like, he is who he is. I didn't understand why they said they brought their due diligence just in case, like Michael Thomas or somebody gets hurt. But he was never gonna play.
But let's just erase all that for a second. If he was gonna play, how scary would that be?
Oh, it'd be for the Saints.
Yes,
it would have been terrifying.
Over
Michael Thomas and Antonio Brown.
That's not even fair.
Then you still got Alvin Kamara. You still got Jared Cook.
It's not fair.
No, I agree, but he was never going to – the NFL was never going to allow him to play. He still has so many other stuff.
I don't mean to laugh, but like you're like, he has so many things.
Yeah, like he has that accused. He threatened the woman. The woman accused him of sexual assault. He has so many other stuff the NFL was never going to allow him to play, so I didn't understand why the Saints even did this.
I guess they tried. It wouldn't hurt to try, and they tried.
Yeah, but then he does – when he doesn't – you know, you don't answer him right away, he's gonna take shots at you. He called Juju Smith-Schuster boo-boo, and he told Derek Carr that he'll buy his house in Las Vegas, basically saying you're not gonna be there long.
Dang.
And this was last week. Like these comments were last week. They weren't even like months ago. He's who he is. He called Ben Roethlisberger a bum. No, he called Juju a bum, I think. He called Ben Roethlisberger something else. Like he is who he is.
Do you feel like he's going to have a team next year?
Sadly, yes, because he is that great.
He's that great.
Yeah, yes. How old do you think Antonio Brown is? Do you know how old he is?
What is he, 29, 30?
He's 31.
Oh, 31.
Acting the way he is at 30.
Hey, man. When you got that money and something, I don't know.
He doesn't deserve to be on a team, but he's so good, he will be on it. He will be on a team because he's so good.
Absolutely.
But if I'm an NFL and you play football, I play basketball, but you play football.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want him there?
You don't, but again, that man's talent is so outstanding. You just have to roll with how he is.
Right.
And what can't wait for the offseason where you don't have to be around him anymore. But hopefully in that offseason, you're a champion.
Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the offseason. But he's never won.
But I'm saying that's what you're hoping is he's that good. You just deal with him all the way until the season's over and you just count your blessings like I don't have to hang out with that man at all or laugh at his jokes, whatever. And then just like hopefully, though, at that time, I'm saying you're a champion. So even though you put up with all that with him and you got a ring by it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's bad precedent, I feel. Even like teaching kids, it's just precedent. I hate it, but, it ain't my decision.
Yeah.
So.
But he should be getting a job, though.
Yeah, he should. I think the Eagles, I think the Jets would be a team.
Yep.
And the problem is the Raiders were perfect for him, but he blew that. They were perfect. And so let's switch sports. Sadly, we got the news. I think it was last night.
Yeah. Yesterday. Yep.
David Stern passed away at 77.
Yep, on New Year's Day.
Yeah, I didn't know he was. Honestly, I didn't know he was that sick.
Yeah, they had when it happened, they had reports and stuff. And then said it was critical and stuff. And I was just like praying, hoping everything was okay. And then I guess they got quiet about it. And then it turned for the worse.
Yeah. Under him, basketball grew a lot, 17.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, it grew like tremendously. Mm-hmm. My favorite David Stern moment, though, is him being booed at the NBA draft. I just love that they keep booing him. Every time he comes out, they booed him.
Oh, Roger Goodell as well.
Yeah, well, Roger Goodell deserves to be booed, but just like I thought David Stern was just hilarious to me that he booed him. One thing I think that he did wrong though was I think he was influential to Allen Iverson not being on the Dream Team because he didn't have the look with the tattoos and the braids.
Yeah,
and then he picked that the NBA players, if they are hurt, they have to be in suits. But what was funny was because of that, now they dress the way they do. Now it's a fashion show because they have to find some way to try to rebel against it.
Right. Let's go back though before he did that.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember what the NBA looked like before he had them?
Allen Iverson would be like in these baggy clothes.
Bro, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was honestly terrible. And then he got them in dress clothes, and it got better. I'll admit it was better. And then what you see now, it's literally its own segment.
Yep. And that wouldn't have happened if David Stern wouldn't have did that. So after every playoff, what did they before every game they show the player walking in?
That's a new, like I said, that's its own segment. It's its own thing. What are they wearing?
Yes. And you see people like Russell Westbrook or James.
The worst dresser ever.
You in these weird type of attire. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Even now, the suits that the kids wear at the NBA draft.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's huge now. And I think because of David Stern making that rule up, now they're more creative with their dress. But still, my best thing is him always being booed because I never understood why.
I never understood. I'm like, well, let me do my research. Why? Why is he being booed? He's so nice.
I enjoyed it. Every time he walked out, he was booed. I enjoyed
it. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, he literally changed the game of basketball as a business, NBA wise, and it would have fallen if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, no.
It would have collapsed for real because he changed it and he saved the game and he was so influential in a multitude of ways. And definitely a lot of people, I think, reacted to the loss. And say what you want, the man changed the game of basketball from a non-physical standpoint as far as not playing it, but as far as the business side and a leader. Right. Did his thing as a commissioner and also chose a good successor in Silver.
Yep. Oh, definitely a good successor.
Yeah.
So speaking of people who need to choose good successors, success. I can't even say the word. The Atlanta Hawks are struggling. Me and you both picked them as playoff team. Luckily, we just talked about Trae Young is number one in All-Star for the guards.
For the East.
For the East, yes. East, which I was completely shocked at.
Yeah.
What is wrong with the Hawks?
He's doing everything. And then, no. It's literally ABC. He's doing everything. Nobody's doing anything else.
Right.
That's it. There's too many young people, and something's not clicking as far as like what the Warriors had when they were starting out. It's still too early to say that it won't be like that or whatever, or even that it will be like that. Right. I just think it's coaching. It's coaching from the beginning of the coaches all the way to the end. I really think that whole staff can't handle what they have.
I like Lloyd Pierce because he wasn't afraid to play rookies, and he's shown that. But the coaching hasn't been great.
Yeah.
I also think the rookies, DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, I'm pointing to y'all two, have not been consistent. They had games where Cam Reddish had 26. He had one game where he had 26 points. Well, last night the last game against Orlando, even though they won, he had 6. Yeah. And I believe DeAndre Hunter only had 6. And they are so inconsistent at this point. And I think they're rookies, so, they're doing rookie stuff. And Golden State is good, but we also forget, I believe the second season of Steph Curry, they only won 29 games. So
before that, they won 16. They weren't good.
They weren't good. So let's not. And that's why I was mad about Trae Young and them saying, we're going to get you help. And I'm like, no, it's a process. It's a process that you have to go through.
It's the same thing with Philly. It's a 3 to 5 year process.
John Collins being suspended for 25 games hurt a lot.
Tremendously,
a lot. And I didn't think we knew how bad it would hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
Hurt a lot. And I think the center position is so, they didn't sign Dedmon because they thought Alex Len and Damian Jones were going to take the center position, and they have not.
I knew immediately that was a mistake.
Yeah, that center position is the weakest position by far on the team. Bruno Fernando is a rookie. He's good, but he's a rookie. But these veterans, I think we should try to trade Dwayne Dedmon back, try to get him back, because he said he wants out. He wants out of Sacramento.
Okay.
remember, he's a 7 foot who can defend the rim and shoot threes.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, I think we should try to get him back, but I think it's a combination thing. I think it's coaching, rookies being inconsistent,
right?
John Collins,
that's rookies being rookies.
Yeah, rookies being rookies. John Collins extension, and in the center position being so weak. I think those are the combination of things.
It's weird. The center position's been weak, so to speak, like so often for so many years. We can't just like keep that person.
Yeah, and then Dedmon.
No, I'm talking about Al Horford. Al Horford, that was not his natural position.
Yeah, he was a power forward player.
Yeah.
But Dedmon is kind of, we developed Dedmon because he came over for Budenholzer because he was with the Spurs.
Yeah.
Kind of developed him.
Correct.
And even though he's an older guy, he blossomed really late because he's 30 right now. He's still a guy we probably should have kept.
Right. He looks older than 30.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready for your pop topics?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. You want me to start?
Yeah.
Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions with 30 touchdowns, and he threw his last interception in a movie fashion. He says, "Look at my stats, I'm balling. All I have to do is stop giving it to the other team." Do you agree?
He's not lying on that.
Did you see some of the throws he threw against the
Falcons? No, I know they're bad, but as far as his stats?
I'm talking about stats. Did you see that touchdown he threw against the Falcons? Like, he threw it, just threw it up there right into – he can
play.
He's not wrong.
No, he can – I've met the man. The man can play.
The man is – he's not wrong.
Just – how do you stop the interceptions?
Stop throwing
that many?
30 interceptions is a lot. He had one game where he had 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, and then the next week had 5 touchdowns.
It's the most interceptions thrown, they said, since what?
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
But I mean, he beat the pass record. I think the last time it was Brett Favre.
Yep.
And that was 22 interceptions. Bro, how do you beat it and go for 30? So he went 30 for 30. 30
for 30. And the last interception, I was going into overtime, hoping he would throw an interception just so to get to 30. And
he did. And it was a pick six.
The first pass, a walk-off pick six.
It was literally hilarious. Social media roasted him. Bleacher Report roasted him. By the way, Bleacher Report, what's up? Yeah, let us know.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
I believe if he cuts out the interception, he will be ball. He will be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Talent-wise.
Yeah. I want to see where he goes. Do they draft? Do they move on? What happens?
I think they keep him for another year, but they draft. I think a Justin
You
Herbert.
have to draft.
You have to draft.
Yeah.
But he's almost he does enough where you're you gotta have these discussions.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
All right, mine. My boy. Well, I'm taking it back. It used to be my boy. Will Grier. I'm mad I'm saying this on the podcast, people. He's not what we thought right now. What are your thoughts about how he's done to the point where they had to go backwards and put the other quarterback back in?
A little of me wanted Will Grier to fail. Only because
I know. That's why I laughed.
Because you amped him up so much.
I should have seen him in college.
I wanted him to fail because you
got what you wanted.
And then I don't have no ill will against him. I just wanted to see this moment.
Right.
So
I hate it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see the future. He's young, first year. Everybody can develop. So
yeah, first year the team wasn't that good. No. So it's time to develop.
Yep. Okay.
My next topic: Carmelo Anthony scores 26 points against his New York Knicks. Still, they lose by I think 23 points.
Yeah.
He says his jersey should be retired in the Raptors at Madison Square Garden. What do you think?
I'm trying to think about it.
Like, I can see that. You want to hear
mine? You can see it.
You want to hear mine?
What?
If they don't retire his jersey, who the hell are they going to retire?
That's true.
He's the only one.
I think his jersey should be retired in Denver too.
I definitely agree Denver, but New York.
I agree though.
You were there for 7 years. You made the playoffs 3 years, and you only won one playoff series or one playoff game.
Okay, he put up numbers and he did that. So yes,
I think he should be more worried about, because they're on a 4-game losing streak with Portland. Yeah. He should be more worried about his current team than his.
I agree with that. But yeah, I agree.
But if you don't retire Carmelo's, who are you gonna retire?
That's true. That's true. I agree. Yeah. Okay, so my pop topic. Do you care about any of these bowl games after New Year's Day?
No. No.
Everybody fights for either the national championship ones that you could play for, so the playoffs, and then the national championship, and then also the other big ones are the New Year's Six.
Right.
When it passed New Year's Day, does anybody care? Like, I'm watching right now Tennessee versus Indiana. Is anybody watching this?
No, I'm watching Bob's Burgers.
We are a sports podcast, guys. This man is watching Bob's Burgers over the post New Year's bowl games. I'm watching them. This man's not.
No.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying, that they should all be before New Year's.
Yeah, because after you get to the New Year's Day games,
yeah.
Right.
There's no good teams after the New Year's Six.
Yeah, so we just want the national championship. I don't really care about anything else.
That's what I'm saying. So I just want to know, they're doing it just for marketing wise. They're going to add more bowl games. You know that, right?
Yeah.
They're going to add more. Like, there's a Bahamas Bowl. That's just a vacation.
Should they have a third string podcast bowl?
We're working on it. Don't give too much. We're working on it. But I'm saying, it's just a bowl game just on our live feed right here, and with us commentating. But yeah, I mean, it's just, there's too many bowl games. I enjoy it, but reality, there are too many bowl games. They're adding more.
Mm-hmm.
There's lawn company bowl games. It's just it's all over the place. No shade, whatever. But there's gonna be more bowl games. They're adding more, and all you need to do is be 6-6.
Yeah, and then it's nobody cares because of the playoffs. Nobody cares. So then the good players are sitting out. Other than Alabama, the good players are sitting. Which I was shocked all Alabama starters played.
Yeah.
They're mostly sitting out. I only watch because of certain players. So when I watch Oregon and Wisconsin, I don't care who wins. I'm watching Justin Herbert and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm watching. So when I'm watching Alabama, I'm watching Judy. I'm watching Harris.
Yeah.
Smith. I'm watching all these pro prospects is when I'm watching it. So when I watch Georgia, I'm watching, Swift didn't play. So never mind. But I'm watching for pro prospects when I watch these games. I don't. Other than that, I don't really care. I don't care who Tennessee plays.
Okay. All right. What do you have?
All right. My last one. Jake Fromm. Should he come back to school? He threw 250 yards, 2 touchdowns against Georgia. Everybody's going crazy. I still think the game was blah.
It was very blah, even though they killed them. That wasn't even right. I wish that they were in the playoffs to have had a shot, because it was better than that LSU game. And it makes me go back to say we wanted them to go because we like Jalen, but we kind of knew that Oklahoma didn't need to be in that.
Yeah, against LSU. Well, yeah, they would have got blown out by Ohio State or Clemson.
Yeah, they would have. They would have. I forgot your question.
Should Jake Fromm?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got you. Should Jake Fromm come back? They already have him pretty high on the draft stock.
Yep. Last time I saw he was a 4th rated quarterback.
I take it. If I'm him, I go.
I just don't understand, and this is a guy who is a Georgia fan.
Yes.
I don't understand the love affair with Jake Fromm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like he will do stuff, and we're just talking about people who would do stuff great, and he did the 2 throws, the flea flicker when Swift came in, and then the pass to Pickens, where's Pickens been all year? And the touchdown pass to him, where you're like, yo, that was an elite throw. And then later you get to the game, Brewer, the Baylor's quarterback, gets knocked out for the concussion. And you're like, this is when Georgia can put them away, and they don't.
Right.
They keep getting stopped. They run the ball constantly. They don't put the ball in Jake Fromm's hands. So I'm like, either you're telling me the receivers aren't that good or he's not that good. Which one is it? Because the offensive line was pretty good. Your running game with Zaire White was pretty good. So which one is it? Is it either Jake Fromm or the receivers? I guess it's the receivers because only 3 people caught a pass.
Yeah.
Georgia with Pickens catching 12 of them.
Yeah.
So at what point he caught the only passes? He was 7 catches, and he was the only receiver. So I'm like, is it really the receivers, or is it Jake Fromm just maybe not that good?
I just think I think he was way better last year compared to this year.
All right.
And I don't think he's anything fantastic. So with that being said, I
think he's AJ McCarron.
Yes. I've heard that before too.
Yeah.
And also with that being said, I think that he should go pro because
you don't want to go against Justin Field and Trevor Lawrence.
You don't.
If you having trouble,
or if Tua stays, you don't want to.
Oh, if Tua stays, you definitely don't want a piece of that.
Tua, bro, what you thinking about doing? Because
go to.
No, I'm saying if I'm from, I'm like, what you thinking about doing? Because whatever you do, I'm doing the opposite. Yeah. So, my last pop topic has to do with Tua.
Cool.
2-part question.
Gotcha.
All right. I'll ask it first, then you can answer. Does he stay or does he go?
He goes.
That's been the big question. Honestly, today at the time of recording has been all on ESPN and stuff.
It's not even a question. He goes.
Right. I said he goes. And then I guess the last part, or what do you think about this? So I read today that they're projecting that he may go to Carolina.
Yeah, I saw that.
Question with that. What do you think about that?
I don't think he'll drop that far. I think Miami is the best destination for him.
But if he went to Carolina,
I think, set up wise, if he falls to Carolina, they should run to the podium and get him.
That's awesome. I like that pick. Obviously, he won't be doing anything next year.
Yeah,
he'll be learning. But yeah, I like it. And then that's also like, where does Cam go? So you got to think about that too. Cam is technically in the draft. He's a free agent.
I think Cam go like Jacksonville, LA Chargers, depending on what they do with Philadelphia.
Oh, you really think Jacksonville's going to do something like that when they?
They have Nick Foles. I keep forgetting Nick Foles.
Right. I'm just saying they dished out that money.
Yeah, you know what? I keep forgetting that Nick Foles is there. He's such a forgettable guy.
And tagging on to this, I read too as well today that Jalen Hurts, they have him possibly going to the Chargers. I like that.
No, I really like that. I think Jalen Hurts should go somewhere that he sits. So I really like that.
I think because they're saying Phillip Rivers is unsure of his future. Bring him back for 1 year, 2 years max, and let this man learn.
Yeah. I would like Tua in Carolina. No, I wouldn't because we would face him 2 years, 2 times.
I would just like to go down the street and see him and possibly move there.
Yeah, I don't think he'll fall. I think Miami is perfect spot for Miami.
Yeah.
I think he'll go to Miami, and
I think that's good. I think that's good.
Yeah, I still think he's a top 5 pick. If he was healthy, we would be talking about him. He'd probably be the number 1 pick.
He's proven.
He's proven for years. He's only lost 2 games. So
that's what I'm saying. So that's a whole nother scenario with
Joe Burrow has done this for 1 year. Tua has done it ever since he became the starter for 2 years.
Correct.
So I think Tua would have been the number 1 pick. So
they would have beat them. I'm pretty sure if Tua was healthy, that LSU matchup.
Miami, don't overthink this.
It's easy.
Pick Tua. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't overthink.
Yep. I think that's the easiest. The Joe Burrow's one and what's his name? The pass rusher?
Chase Young.
Yes, that's easy.
Yeah, those two are easy. You 1 and 2. I don't like. There's not even Joe Burrow's going 1. Chase Young is going 2. It's not even worth overthinking.
Right, and then everything else will follow.
Everything else.
Yeah. Yep. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it.
All right, good people.
One quick. James Wiseman, center of Memphis, just signed on with an agent.
Correct.
Do you feel like more basketball players will do this?
I don't know if they can do it in the format he just did it because, like, I don't know, right? Because, like,
he can. They can do it. They can just
sign.
And sign with an agent.
Oh, enroll in school because they did go to college.
Yeah, no, he enrolled out of school. So,
but I think you would have to go to school because you can't go from high school to.
No, you can't. But I think you have to be 1 year out. So you basically gonna have to sit for a year.
No, I don't think that's wise. If you sat for the year and didn't play,
yeah, I guess if you go overseas, I guess the question is, do you see doing other options like going overseas instead of the NCAA?
No, because they'll be able to get paid now.
Oh, is
not now, but soon. Yeah, they'll be able to get paid. So no.
James Wiseman, I said it here first. James Wiseman will be going to the Hawks.
Yes, I agree. Honestly, the Hawks or the Warriors.
Yeah, but I hope it's the Hawks.
I agree. And other people actually are saying that too, and actually saying that'll be a good fit, and they would like him to be there. I'm talking about people who aren't even fans of the Hawks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, need that position.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that'll be a good pickup, and we hope that it happens. So yeah. Also, yeah. With that being said, good people, we will be doing another full mock draft that we did last season for last year's one. Of course, that'll be happening later on. But next up, football-wise, we have the playoffs, of course, the Super Bowl, national championship for college, Under Armour game tonight at the time of recording, if that means anything to anybody. That is our future. And the Pro Bowl game, if anybody cares.
Definitely nobody cares.
And then last thing I'll mention other than the draft is one of my favorite times, which is next month, the Combine. So a lot of fun things to happen, and then steamrolling in some amazing NBA basketball that always happens, starting with All-Star Weekend on after, because it's time to buckle down and win. To finish the second half of the season.
Trade deadline.
Yeah, that too. Oh, it's always a fun period. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Sorry for missing last week, but this will begin a new season overall and a new year. Again, happy new year from both of us with the Third String Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week. And then, as always, this is posted on usually Fridays and stuff. So on SoundCloud and YouTube. So you can find our links in the descriptions of both for either or. Thank you guys so much again. Till next time, guys. Just take it easy. Peace.